Okay, I have one more for you today. Um, I just made the second sprite movement video, and now I'm gonna demonstrate something else that I think you'll find extremely interesting. And so let's do it here. I'm gonna run this little program, and what it does is it gives me two circles. Now, forgive me that this is very slow. I could probably make it go faster, but this program was pretty lengthy, and I don't have time right now to make it go faster. I'm sure it would, but this is sort of a beta. But this is an idea that I had, that I got. And what I'm doing is I have a red circle here in the middle of the screen, as you can see, and a identically sized green circle, I think that's green, which is being controlled by the joystick, and the center circle does not move. It's stationary, okay? So what happens if I take this circle up here and I connect it just like this, so that its tip is touching the bottom tip of the stationary circle. Now, if I move away, left or right or down, nothing happens. But I've programmed it so that now I can press the joystick button, and you hear that noise? That means that now these two circles are actually joined together. And what I mean by joined together is, look at this. Now, when I go up, they both go up. If I go left, they both go left. You get the idea. If I go down, now I'm sorry that this is so slow, but you get the idea here. So what's actually happening is I've picked up the red circle with the green circle, and this is very interesting because I can actually position the red circle anywhere I want inside of this blue border here. I'm not a border, inside of the green border. And we'll call it the screen. I can position, I can take it and I can put it somewhere else inside the border here and drop it off with a press of the button. Now that's a different tone, you might notice, and that means it's released the circle. Okay. Now if I press the button, it doesn't do anything. The only time you're going to get a tone is if I reattach myself to this red circle here. Now I'm going to reattach. Notice the difference in the tone. That's a deeper tone. And now it's reattached. And I can move it and replace it somewhere else. I can go diagonally. This is diagonally. I think this is diagonally. It's very slow, but we're going diagonally down to the right. And I'm going to move it, and I'm going to leave it over here. You'll notice the high pitched tone, and it leaves it there. Okay, now this, even though it was a little bit lengthy to write, is relatively simple. Okay, I haven't used anything more in this program than if-then statements a couple of go-to statements, a few go sub statements, which is like a go-to statement but different. A go sub statement will go to a subline and run a short routine, and it will be and once the routine is done, it will return to where it started from. It's a little complicated, but you can look it up in the book. And other than that, I've used something called PPOINT. And PPOINT is the main, I don't know what it's called, the main function here that's making this whole thing work. I've used the joystick peak for the button, and PPOINT is what makes this whole thing tick. And if you're interested in learning what PPOINT is, you'll have to look that up in your book. But I figured out a way to make a practical application out of it. PPOINT is very important. Without that, there would be no real interaction on the video screen. It's a video function. This would not be possible without that. I don't know why. I think when they built the first few TRS-80s, it was basically a business, not really a business machine, but something that was very nuts and bolts and not very intricate. It was something very basic. It had some video capabilities, but it wasn't made to be a big video game machine or anything like that. I mean, it would have been nice if they included that, but that wasn't the direction they were really going in. When they hit when the Color Computer 3 came out, all of that was included, I imagine. It had much more power than the earlier TRS-80s, and it was comparable to the Commodore 64. But they didn't get much development. For some reason, they pulled it, and they focused on their Tandy 1000 series and their Tandy 2. They had, the Tandy 1000 series, which was like a PC, and that was a very, very good computer for its time. It was slow. It wasn't anything like an Amiga, a Commodore Amiga. Again, for some reason, but it was the beginnings of the modern PC. If you look at the Tandy 1000s, those were some of the best PCs of their time for early PCs. So I think they just bypassed these TRS-80s and focused on their much more expensive line of computers, for sales reasons or who knows what, for financial reasons and everything. And the Color Computer 3 kind of fell out. I mean, it was still a good computer. I don't know much about it. I don't want to ramble on here, but there was some pretty... Sierra made a couple of games, and Sierra was pretty popular, but it didn't go much farther than that. It was I don't know, it could have been something great, but okay, so anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I didn't mean to get off track here with the video, but let me know what you think about this, and have a good day.